Well, hello, Ram Fam Diddly Doodlers. It's me, Matt. Not Alex today. He's taking a day off. So Alex has asked me to do Matt Mondays, just a little series where I make a video for Monday. So of course this is a grand strategy channel, mainly. And of course, you all know Hearts of Iron. And I am going to keep obviously doing the same sort of thing. So like Hearts of Iron, Victoria 3, other sort of bits and pieces as well. See how I get on. So of course I don't have as many hours as Alex does in like Hearts of Iron and all that stuff, but I do dabble from time to time. And if it goes wrong, hopefully it's entertaining. So today we're going to play Victoria 3, we're going to play as Scotland. Why Scotland? Well, why not Scotland? I live in Scotland, it might as well be the first video. And today we're going to make them a great power. So of course, I know I'm not Alex, but if you want to give this video a like, even comment and subscribe, even better. Tell us what you think and what I could do differently. Let's get straight into it. I'm going to dive straight in here, and what we're going to do is just yeet ourselves straight out of Britain and into independence. So you can actually release all the countries here. You've got Ireland, Wales, Ulster as well, aka Northern Ireland. So we're going to release ourselves as independent, and then we're going to play as Scotland. What we're going to do is stick up the taxes, get some consumption taxes on the go, such as services. We'll get some clothes in there as well. Now all of this is going to probably make the people a bit annoyed, to be fair. We also have to reduce our budget here for the wages, so I'm going to make myself super popular with everyone. So it's down to like 1.5 now, so that's okay at the moment. It's manageable right now. So I'm assuming we're going to be subsidized on this, so I don't know if we want to subsidize that, but because that's like costing us 2,000 at the moment. Infrastructure isn't going to be a problem just yet, I don't think, because we've still got a lot of infrastructure. That's using 9 of 19, so we can do without having railways at the moment. Ideally, what I want to do is get back into the Customs Union of Great Britain, just so we can use their access to goods and services that we actually really need. We're going to need to change some of this around, so we need to switch down to irregular infantry for everything and get rid of our artillery, because you can see the savings that are being made there. We'll have to switch down to the old bakeries. We don't really have sugar coming in, so say goodbye to sweeteners. And distilleries, yeah, well, we need groceries more than we need liquor, unfortunately, at the moment. Everyone does need liquor, of course, but for now we're gonna have to just bring this all down and start from scratch pretty much. We're gonna not have any lighting on the streets anymore. We're going to bring that back down to market stalls. We're really cutting back here because we sort of have to. We're going to reduce our reliance on tools because we don't really have any tools at the moment. Fishing, simple fishing versus fishing trawlers. That's going to give us less fish, but that's fine for the price of fish and clippers, of which they will need to go out and get the fish. So we're pretty much going backwards right now, but we have to go backwards just to sort ourselves out in terms of money, which is still looking rather unhealthy at the moment. Probably need to reduce some of the things in the institutions here, because these are going to be using up bureaucracy, so I'm going to have to bring these right down to their first levels. So we're literally starting from scratch again. We do need our tax to go up a bit, but this is going to be a bit of an issue at the moment, because anything we do is not great. Someone's going to be annoyed, someone's going to be radical, because as is the way in Scotland, you can't keep everyone happy. We need tools. We in desperate need of tools. That's not going to help us. We're going to have to start making them. We're going to have to build some tooling workshops. We need money coming in before this runs out and we go into default. But ideally we want to get back into... Yes! Ideally we want to get back into the Customs Union. This is enough. Yeah, we need to get back into the Customs Union. We don't really have a choice at the moment. We need to be independent, but have access to all the resources and stuff that we need to create our own market and then stand on our own 2 feet, and then we can leave again. I'm not giving them an obligation. No need for that. We're just going to confirm this. And we now have access to stuff again. And just as we do that, Walter Fitzclarence, heir to the throne of Scotland, has been born. Lovely jubbly. Right, now we still need to do something about this bureaucracy. What I want to do is build more government buildings. The Highlands could do with getting under control with some paperwork. So if we let this chill for a moment, it will sort itself out. Then we can get on the business of building a proper economy. We need all the buildings. We need all the buildings to be self-sufficient, and then we can eventually leave the Union again. Get a couple of coal mines on the go. Got our iron mines, we've got our logging camps, livestock ranches, rye farms, coal, iron, logs, yeah, fishing wharves, whaling stations, which will be good for oil, and obviously meat as well. But then we can start building industries like arms industries, food, furniture, glassworks, paper, shipyards. Shipyards would actually come in handy as well, because we do need ships if we do want to run our own market at some point. Textile mills, yeah, clothes are always good. Clothes are always in demand. We don't have people running around naked now, do we? Chemical plants, motor industries, yep. Steel mills. We have some good old Scottish steel. You know, we're booming again, booming. We're a positive of everything now. Right, institutions. We can probably cancel that. We don't need to go down any further on that. Welfare payments, gonna leave that for now. Colonial growth generation, we probably want to go back up on that, really. That might put us back in a deficit of bureaucracy, but we're still building more government buildings for bureaucracy, so that should be fine. And then we're gonna have a look at going overseas and getting some delicious resources. Now in the British market, we can also bring up everything back to where it was, so we can earn a bit more money. Well, of course we want to grow some potatoes. Butchering tools, yes. Coal mines, atmospheric engine pumps, sure. Sawmills, yes. Get back those fishing trawlers, yes. That's looking a lot healthier now. Right, so we are going to declare some interests. We're going to look at colonization. I feel a good place to go is actually like Indonesia, because you can get like rubber and plenty of wood from there as well. And most of the great powers tend to go more towards Africa, but I will put an interest in the Congo. These areas are going to be full of malaria, so I might not be able to do very much at the moment. So I might have to just go and spam a bit of research and go and get some malaria fighting technology. So now we've got interest in these regions, we're going to colonize, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this, Celebes, and then we're also going to colonize in South Cameroon as well. So we're going to get some Scottish colonies on the go. All will help towards getting our market off the ground. I mean, it does say 4,000 days, but don't worry about that at the moment. We just need to increase our technology to a point where we can speed that up a bit. So Philip is in the Conservative Party here. He's been accused of gross corruption. Right, well, let's have a look. Let's see. Do we want the Conservatives in power? Do we? Really? Let's have a look at the government here. They're pious, they're moralist, and they're patriarchal. Yeah, can't really be having that. I would rather the Conservatives just fade away. Don't be worried about this, by the way. It's fine. It's just my massive construction costs. I'll just have to keep an eye on, because otherwise that will get us into a bit of trouble. We just used a lot of gold building all that stuff. Because our investment pool is at 0. Fine. Stuff gets built quicker. It'll be fine. Nice. We've unlocked quinine, which allows establishment of colonies in states with severe malaria, i.e. places like here, for example, and some of the territories down here. Oh, Italy's been formed. That was quick. Not even had 10 in-game years yet. Well done, Emperor Ferdinando di Bourbon du Sicily. I'm just as good at pronouncing things as Alex is, don't you worry. Oh, well, would you look at that? Now, it's just about 100 days to start expanding territories here. So Scotland's got a little bit of Africa. We're also doing well over here in the Indonesian bit as well. So it's now 67 days. So they're expanding nicely. So that should be absolutely fine. Once we're done with this bit, we'll start moving over to the Papua bit over here. What can you build here in Scottish South Cameroon? We can get some banana plantations, coffee plantations, cotton, dye plantations, millet farms, sugar plantations, tea plantations. See, this is going to be a bit of a gold mine, hopefully, when we break out on our own out the customs union. We're doing okay. We're 20th in the world, and GDP per capita is 16th worldwide. Let's just have a quick look, see who's at the top. Of course, it's France. It would be. And the Columbia district has got the highest GDP per capita. Alex will be thrilled at that. Well, Vancouver exists. That's nice. Victoria still doesn't. And they really need to separate this island off from the mainland. But anyway, back to Scotland. New parties formed in our country. None. That's what we like to see. Oh, the French have arrived in the Congo, so we're going to need to get a move on with our colonial efforts. I've expanded it a couple of other places, like down here as well, where we declared some interest down here. Ideally, I want to try and get into the chunk of this territory here to make a big old Scottish colony going on there. I've also started over here as well, but like the 5,000 days, I just need to get down the tree and research this malaria prevention, which I've already started. I know it's going to take 7 years. It's a long time, and I probably should be researching other technologies in the meantime, but if I can rush it and I can get these colonies faster than the rest of these powers, then I think it's just going to be a net benefit to us. Yay, so they've noticed I've been scrambling for Africa. The Scotland's growing colonial empire in Africa, along with new means to prevent malaria, has made us a serious contender for colonial control of the continent. Bring out the maps and straight edges. Yes. Okay. An officer in our African colonies has intentionally provoked a confrontation with the Dar al-Kuti. Despite instructions to keep the peace, we can either save face by going along with the officer's plot, or recall him, admit that we lost control of the situation, and upset the jingoists. I think the only thing to do here is go to war. What a tit. Right, let's get some of our guys down here. It may be the case that these people might be enough to get this job done, but we'll just send the reinforcements just in case. And it's looking good because they've not sent anyone to oppose us, so I can't really complain about that. So we're going to get a huge chunk of territory here. What are you doing? The rogue imperialist? What? A patriotic explorer and partisan of the Industrialists has been surveying land in Scottish Congo and signing treaties with local leaders on behalf of our nation. But Scotland has already established a presence in this area. If the explorer's claims are recognised, Scotland will be furious with us. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I don't think it's going to be a problem. It will result in a diplomatic incident with ourselves and to reduce our relations with 6 other countries because we got upset with ourselves. Brilliant. We're going to reduce relations anyway, so let's just annoy ourselves. Go on then. Hey, there we go. Look at that. It's beautiful. Let's keep expanding. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, this is brilliant. Look at that. It's 15 days, 120 days, 120 days. We're going to blitz our way through here, man. This is going to be awesome. We're going to have huge swathes of Central Africa here. France appears to be disregarding our claim on colonial projects in the French Congo. Ugh. Scotland loses their... No. It's ours. It's clearly ours. Come on, man. Look at how much land we have here compared to their little bits here. Get a grip, France. Got lands to... Oh my god, Spain. Spain, what are you doing? What can we build in this newly conquered territory? Pretty much more of the same. Bananas, coffee, cotton, etc. Well, we've got more coal. That's good. More rubber. Let's build some logging camps, rubber plantations, and some coal mines. Let's get things moving on down here. Let's just build everything. One of everything. I mean, why not? It's not as if it's going to be an issue. Just I hope not anyway. How are we doing over here? This is taking a bit longer. I assume because of the malaria. But we are going to get some sulfur mines, which is what we are... This is one of the things we are missing. That and lead as well. I'll have to go and find where lead is. Oh, we got some lead in Africa here, so if we manage to colonize this area, we should be good for lead as well. At least I've got more loyalists than radicals in my country. I mean, that's good. The rogue... Oh no, here we go again. Let's upset Scotland again. Oh no. Stop giving me info. Oh, you... Notorious. Oh, bloody hell. I just want to expand. Is that too much to ask? Oh, here we go. We got a Babangi uprising. Right, let's go and send our military over. Let's go and mobilise Harvey Gartshaw. They've got more defence than we have, but, like, I mean, suppose the quality of their battalions isn't going to be that great, is it? Right, well, that's the Babangi gone, anyway. Let's continue our expansion into the centre of Africa. Our colonial efforts in Africa have borne fruit, claiming a sizable part of the continent for our own designs. We have got a place in the sun permanently, which gives us 100 prestige. This is only the beginning of the Scottish Empire. Ideally, I want to get down here where the lead is, but we shall see. You've got Britain coming in on this side, so let's I mean, they're moving pretty quickly. Oh, we're a major power. We're above the Great Qing. Woo! Oh, just noticed Scandinavia's been formed. Oh, well, good for them. Okay, so I was just thinking to myself that I'm looking at numbers here, like I'm doing pretty well on cash. I know I'm not constructing anything at the moment, but I'm doing pretty well on cash. I think I've got a decent industry going on here. Rural-wise, I've got like farms and all sorts. I've got coal mines and all the sort of basics. I'm missing like sulfur and lead, but I can get sulfur over here once I actually get around to building the sulfur, which I'm just going to do now, just so I have a supply of it at some point, and then lead hopefully when we colonize this area. But I think now actually might be a good time to actually take ourselves out of the customs union and just deal with any shortages that we may have with imports and exports. Let's go for it and go and end the customs union in 1875. This will deteriorate our relations with the UK, but we can always bring that back again just by going, oh, let's improve relations again, straight after I've just ripped ourselves away from the Union. So we've got a lot of shortages here again, which we experienced at the start of the game, but now we're in a better position to weather this storm. So our GDP did take a hit when we separated ourselves from the customs union, but I think we can get that back. It's not too bad. War? I didn't even notice that was going on. I better go and sort this out. It doesn't appear we have a general. Oh dear. Let's have a look here. Who have we got? So we've got a persistent supplier requisitions expert. Or we've got an offensive planner who is cruel, also an expert, has expensive tastes, an open terrain commander. I think we'll have to go for him. He's got more good things going for him than not. So let's mobilize this dude and send him to the front. Get him on there. Get him advancing and crush this opposition. There we go, he's arrived. 69 advantage. The best advantage. This should be a walkover, yep. They're doing absolutely fine. That's it, they're done. And Imperialist Scotland marches on. How are we doing in our colonies here? This is where we're getting our sulfur from. So have we actually got a port here? No, we don't. That is what we're after. We need a port to get our sulfur over to our factories. So look, it does look like we've sorted out our shortages, because look at our money now. That's really kicking off. I'm just going to upgrade these cavalry scouts to bicycle messengers. We've got rubber now, so we can afford to do so. That should bring up the price of rubber and make our plantations a bit more profitable, hopefully. Shrapnel artillery, well, we don't have the artillery yet anyway. But regardless, I'm going to move that up. Like, we can just sort out artillery just by changing the production method here. So you see, the small arms have less production, which brings that to a middling sort of price. And artillery is brought down to a decent price again, so we should be able to do that. Oh, that's better. So you got stability to the price. Things are looking good. Standard living is recovering now, so we should be okay on that score. We just need to sort out getting back to where we are GDP-wise, but that is also sorting itself out. The Scottish market shall be strong. Oh, the Herero have launched a native uprising against us, so we need to go and sort that out. So we'll get these guys over here now. Get that guy sent to the front. Bob's your uncle. We should be okay here. I mean, that'll give us a chunk of land, so that's really helpful in our race against Portugal here. Let's get some electricity on the go. We need to light the streets with magical electricity. And we got a lot of peasants now, so we need to start building more stuff. Oh, they backed down. I just noticed. Oh, so they didn't fight in the end, so that's fine. So that's an easy bit of land we've got going on there. So just need to make sure I'm continuing our colonization efforts. Get in there now. Oh, we've just got that tiny bit of land we can get in from. Oh, that's fantastic. We need to put all our efforts into getting that middle part. We should actually now be able to get some lead mines, actually. Yeah, let's put one in there. I have a legitimacy of 0 in the government. I think I better sort that out. Having no government gave me more legitimacy. That's brilliant. So that's fine. That gives me the most legitimacy. So we got the intelligentsia and the industrialists in for this term. I think I'll just enact guaranteed liberties here. Not many people will seem to oppose it that much, and they'll still be relatively happy. And hopefully that'll give us just a little bit more security in terms of radicals and loyalists, in case anything goes wrong down the line. Let's bring electricity to the Highlands. Boom. They can see what they're doing now. We've got guaranteed liberties. You will be free in Scotland. And that's a guarantee. We've successfully urbanized Scotland. Winds of change. The Lowlands has come a long way since our attention was first brought to it, going from small houses and scattered farmlands to being on its way to become a blooming metropolis. Dumfries never had it so good. Finally, the lowland shines like never before. So we get 25% loyalists from the standard of living increases for 2 years. Our GDP has now recovered to the point where we left the British Customs Union and we're standing on our own 2 feet. Look at Edinburgh, Dumfries and Glasgow. They're prospering now. They're prospering. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. We're gonna lock the Portuguese into their little bit of land here. They're never gonna join up their land. No, sirree. No, 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 no. Hopefully we can cut off the British as well at some point and have this big old chunky Scottish Africa going on here. I bless the haggis down in Africa. We are the world's #1 producer of ironclads. Get in there. #2 producer of oil. #3 producer of electricity. Come on, guys. What is the rest of the world doing? And we have unlocked the telephone. Alexander Graham Bell, say ahoy to your friends across the water. Definitely going to need a telephone if we got all our massive colonies. Could do with building some more farms just to give peasants something to do. Bit more livestock? Yeah, why not? More coal? Sure. More tobacco? Yes. Sugar? Yes. Fruit? Yes. Banana. Do you want more fish? Yeah. Get some sushi on the go. Get some good old Scottish sushi on the go. Oh yes. The standard of living is on the rise. Now I've made a few changes, given access to a few more things for our lower strata. Not bad. Clothes are a bit cheaper now. Now they want porcelain. They want plates to eat their food off of, and I'm gonna try and give them to them. Might actually be worth importing it for now, and I can expand the glassworks later when I get a higher supply of lead. But importing it from the French and Portuguese will give us a nice little buff money-wise, so that'll do nicely. The recent expansion of the power plants in Lowlands has inspired faith in a future where all of Scotland is electrified. Unlimited power. Do we really want to talk to France? Yeah, why not? Improves our relations. Keep our friends in the world. Oh, you bastards. Oh, god damn it. Oh well, we're just going to have to take a chunk of this bit then. Oh no. France have got a bit of New Zealand. What are they doing down here? They're doing nothing. They haven't even colonised this bit. Not careful, I'm just going to nick that bit off of them. Just to annoy them. Oh! Oh, we've annoyed Papua enough that we need to go to war with them. Oh, there's 2 fronts. Well, we might as well clear up one front then. Then we'll deal with the other one. Right, so we should be okay to take these guys on. There's 76% advantage against 8 of them. They've moved all their troops over there anyway, which is good. Let's have a look. Oh, we've got so much more offense than they have. There is no way these guys are going to beat us. Right, there we go. We've sorted out this side of the island. Now we can concentrate on getting the rest of this done. And then once this is all under our control, we can go back into Africa and concentrate all our efforts back into here. We've now got an opportunity to end the war, so that's fine. We will just change that till we accept, and then that'll be the war over. No more people have to die. Oh yes, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Right, that's good. So that's the colonization over for that part. That's the last bit of this section of Africa colonized. That's what it's looking like at the moment. Shame these gits have done what they did there. They can't just let Scotland have nice things, can they? They have to make some border gore. Go on, cut them off. Cut them off down here. I know you can do it. Well, France has broken out into revolution. Now these guys in France are at war. I'm hoping that it'll stunt their growth a bit so I can catch up in the old rankings. And the monarchy is won. The king is still in charge. Also noticed as well that Great Britain is now 3rd in the rankings, below Austria of all people. Austria are becoming a bit of a powerhouse, it seems. Tell you what though, Britain is not happy. Just gonna colonise down here because the Australians have not bothered. So I'm gonna do that. Still can't believe France have managed to get in there and nick the South Island though. But now we've got a colony here, we can get some gold mines. Some Scottish, Western Australian gold. It appears Austria have got themselves in a war against Slovenia as well, so I'm assuming that Slovenia was trying to break away. But now they're at war with Italy as well, so you've got Italy up against Austria. Austria is joined by Krakow. Slovenia is joined by Italy. So there's a bit of a war going on down here. Let's see who wins. I'm assuming that Austria will probably win this, but you never know. Oh, the British have gone into a proletarian revolt. I don't think the monarchy's got very much time left on its hands now. British have got some allies here, but it does look like these guys are going to overthrow the monarchy. They got Prussia on their side, so this could be quite a fight. Oh, but Russia's on their side. Looks like Slovenia was crushed. You can see they've disappeared now, and normality has returned to Austria. It looks like the monarchy's turned it around. The support for the proletarians is down to 5 now against their 33. This revolt could be crushed. At some point our king had died, so now Big Walter's in charge. Mr. Walter Fitzclarence. Kind of weird though that you don't get an event to tell you that your king has just died unless it came up down here where my face is. I will move my camera next time I'm recording. If I'm doing another Victoria 3 video, I will move the camera. So if any of you want to see that, you can. Oh, the war's ended. It looks like the monarchy is still in charge, or is it? No, the proletarians won. So Victoria's been kicked out. Interesting. We've now got a Scotsman on the throne of Great Britain once again. Scots south of the border, Scots north of the border. Hey, we've now got a skyscraper. Yeah, oh look at that. There it is. That should give us a little bit of prestige, shouldn't it? 25 from touching the sky. Nice easy little 25 gain there. What's happened to the British Raj? I'm assuming because the proletarians got in charge, it is now, yeah, just the East India Company. Now, if you want border gore, there you go. The Scots invented flight. Get it up, yous. That's 15% prestige for 5 years. We're closing in on the great power status. Oh, looky here. France wishes to enter into an alliance. And look at that. 900 battalions at their disposal. Yes, please. I will have some of that. Because, you know why that's happened? Because we are now a great power. We've managed to just wedge ourselves in there at number 8. That is wonderful news. I will indeed accept your alliance proposal, Monsieur Frenchy. And that way we will be protected from whatever Great Britain has to throw at us. We're now above Russia, people. Scotland is more powerful than Russia. Not sure what's been going on here, but the Italians have decided to take a part of Egypt. I'm assuming that's a treaty port. At least I hope it's a treaty port, otherwise they have decided to try and build the Suez Canal in the wrong direction. Oh, fascist Scandinavia has decided to go for a play now. Ooh, it seems a bit even at the moment. Fascists do seem like they've got the advantage, but depends how they use that advantage. Apparently the East India Company are also joining in to make Scandinavia fascist. This isn't looking good for Scandinavia, but I have only just noticed, because I'm blind, it seems, that Spain has joined in on the Scandinavian side, so who knows? It may very well be okay for them. We shall soon find out. It looks like Scandinavia's won. The fascist did not win. And we're back to the old status quo here. So Scandinavia survives another day. Well, I think I've gotten to the point in this game where I can't really do much more. I mean, we're in November 12th, 1914. But this is a point where the game has really slowed down quite a lot. So it's going to take a long time to record the rest of this. But I've met my objectives. What I set out to do was make Scotland a great power. And I have. So we've ended up 7th on the countries list, so I think that's pretty reputable, considering that I'm not an expert at the game. I do dabble in it, but I'm not an expert. Plenty of other people out there could make them number 1, but this is where I'm going to leave it today. We're just going to have a quick run through what we've done. So you can see our GDP has become the 6th best in the world wide. You can see that long, nice sweeping up motion here. Literacy is quite good. Standard living is quite good. We've managed about 18 and a half, I think, was probably the highest we got. We've got a good amount of loyalists to radicals and all that, and a population of 17.5 million there. I've whacked that up to 87k simply just because I've whacked the budget up. You can see the world here. So mighty Scotland there with its many territories, like a big chunk of Africa here, big chunk of Africa there, our place in Indonesia as well, the 2 islands there, a bit of Australia there, and a little tiny bit of North Island of New Zealand. So I think we've done pretty well. So if you did enjoy today's video, comment, like and subscribe. Not for me, do it for Alex. See you later.
Many thanks to the cult leaders, Amazon fulfillment strategist Detail, Dr. Fotska, Jack Troku, and Dylan. And thank you to the Patreon champions, Chancellor64, Haigu, Ian Clark, Jiggly Crotch, Kim Eric Coulson, Logan Whaley, Marco Yankovic, Rick Baller, Vash, Wyatt Green, Zachariah Mosby, and Maximilian Foreman. And many thanks to all the other patrons too. You really do help keep the channel going. Thank you. Ta-da!